Each of our nominees, congratulations on your nomination and your willingness to serve our country. Mr. Kendall, Selfridge Air National Guard Base in Harrison Township, Michigan is in the running to host an F-16 and F-35 FMS mission. This would consist of F-16s and F-35s from the Republic of Singapore and also F-35s from Finland, Poland, and Switzerland. And I know you and I had a chance to speak at length about this mission in a phone call earlier. And my Michigan colleagues and I have also written to Acting Secretary Roth earlier this year and to former Secretary Barrett last fall. And as we discussed, Selfridge is a finalist for this basing decision, and its location clearly exceeds all of the mission requirements. Michigan hosts the largest contiguous joint overland service range airspace complex east of the Mississippi River. Selfridge has extensive flying operations, hosting both the A-10 as well as the KC-135. And as we discussed from a cost-effective basis, which I know is important to you, Selfridge would require no significant infrastructure upgrades in order to complete this mission. The runway length, the number of aircraft shelters, ramp space are all adequate as they are right now. And in addition, the folks on the ground in Macomb County have been enthusiastic hosts of this base for over 100 years. Not many air bases can say that. They've been around for over 100 years and having community support to handle this mission and others. So my question to you is, can I have your commitment that if you are confirmed prior to a decision being made, that you will ensure that it's fair, it's transparent, and that the Air Force will make its judgment solely upon the merits of the installation?
Senator, if I'm confirmed, I will see to it that all Air Force basing decisions are fair, transparent, and that people are properly informed of the results of them.
Well, I appreciate that, and I think you'll see the facts very clearly as I've outlined them here, and look forward to working with you forward. My next question for you, Mr. Kendall, is that Michigan communities have a number of PFAS contaminated sites, including the former Wordsmith and K.I. Sawyer Air Force Base. And what they're dealing with, these communities are dealing with, is a challenge, and they certainly deserve greater transparency and communication about the ongoing remediation efforts that the Air Force is engaged in. They hosted the Air Force for many years, and it's simply wrong that this process has been slow-walked over the years. The pace for PFAS cleanup on the ground is simply too slow for anybody and is unacceptable. And my question for you is, if confirmed, will you ensure that the Air Force conducts meaningful and substantive engagement with communities affected by PFAS?
Yes, Senator, I will. My understanding is there's some regulatory things that need to happen for us to move forward that aren't under the responsibility of the Air Force. But in any event, I will make that commitment to you. We will do everything we can to address this problem.
And you will commit to pursuing expedited remediation of these sites?
If confirmed, I will make that a priority. It will be something that would have to trade off with other priorities in the budget, of course. But the Air Force would have obligations, I believe, as we move forward. And I would do everything I could to make sure the Air Force met those obligations.
Well, I appreciate that, and we would like to welcome you to Michigan to be at Selfridge and perhaps these other bases as well as you get, if confirmed. I know you're going to want to get out and see these facilities, and we would look forward to having an opportunity to host you in Michigan.
Thank you, Senator.
Ms. Hsu, you mentioned earlier your appreciation of the speed at which the Israelis were able to develop and field new technologies. As part of the fiscal year 21 NDAA, I led an effort to create a U.S.-Israel Operations Technology Working Group so that the U.S. conducts cooperative research and development with tech-savvy countries like Israel. My question to you is, if confirmed, will you work with my office to build upon this effort and also work to expand our innovation cooperation with other allies? And maybe related to that, as you mentioned, the Israelis were particularly good. Are there other allies that we should be forming a closer relationship in order to expedite research and development and innovation?
Absolutely. I think that it's absolutely key to do that. I look forward to working with your office to increase the collaboration with our ally countries so we can share the knowledge and the lessons learned.
Great. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.